After the Broncos upset the Chiefs on Sunday, Kansas City is 5-5. Will the Kansas City Chiefs miss the playoffs?
I mean, it feels like it would be an inexplicable thing for them to miss the playoffs. At this point, we're talking about red alert, sound the button at 5-5, but I cannot imagine a world where Patrick Mahomes isn't playing at least on Wild Card Weekend.
Can we just be honest about this for a second, and we'll talk about can the Chiefs make it? Mahomes is not playing great. And he did not play well in this loss to the Denver Broncos. And I don't think this has been even close to his best season. So, we praise collectively, you and I, people in the media, sports fans, we praise Patrick Mahomes all the time, talk about him like he's infallible. I think we can call a spade a spade. Patrick Mahomes has not played his best football this year. I think that needs to be said.
Well, if he would have put it on the money, it would have been a touchdown, and we wouldn't even be having this conversation. So the ball wasn't delivered in the spot that we're normally expecting Patrick Mahomes to do that. Rushing ability has sort of ebbed and flowed, like the accuracy has ebbed and flowed. So no, I don't think Patrick Mahomes is some sort of God that we can put him above everyone else. Is he going to be the greatest of all time at some point? Probably, but this decline of the Chiefs, Nick, is starting to put a lot of questions in the air for us to ask about.
Look, there's no balance on offense. They can't run the ball, or they choose not to run the ball. They don't get enough pressure on the opposing quarterback. They aren't forcing enough turnovers, only 9 this season through 10 games, and the quarterback's not playing great, and that's how you arrive at 5-5. And also, it's like the Breaking Bad meme from last year. They can't keep getting away with this, 11-0 in one-score games. Now we flip to the other side, 0-5 in one-score games. I can understand why people would be anti the Chiefs making the playoffs this year. Then you have losses to Jacksonville. Jacksonville's ahead of them right now in the playoff conversation. To Buffalo, to the LA Chargers. Not looking great at the moment, but you think when it's all said and done, they'll be there in the postseason?
Yes, but we can't have any more of these type of performances. And I think the strength of schedule matters, right? Like, this is not a difficult strength of schedule for the rest of the season. So for that reason, and then you face the Broncos in week 17 to try to figure out a way to salve all of the woes.
Who wins on Sunday? Chiefs, Colts. In Arrowhead.
Colts.
If you think the Colts are going to win that game, I don't think the Chiefs are going to make the playoffs if they lose that game. They're going to have to win out if they lose. I'll believe it all when I see it.
Can they put up enough points against the Colts?
I think they will. I do, because I said Mahomes has not played great. I still have faith in number 15, and I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. I think Kansas City comes out. They beat the Indianapolis Colts coming up on Sunday, and I think Kansas City maybe doesn't run the table and go 12-5, but I think maybe they lose one more game, get to 11-6, get into the postseason, the team that nobody wants to play. I still have faith in the Kansas City Chiefs. As far as the Denver Broncos go, 9-2, stranglehold of the AFC West right now, 4 games up on the Chiefs, 2 games up on the Chargers. What is the ceiling right now, Trysta, for the Broncos year 3 here with Sean Payton, year 2 of Bo Nix?
I mean, I don't think they're going to win the AFC. I don't think it's close to that. I mean, they're obviously in the driver's seat to win the division. Great. Congratulations. At 9-2, this is a team that just relies truthfully on their defense. Their defense is absolutely nasty, disgusting, in all levels and all facets. Bo Nix has been serviceable. Sean Payton is doing the best he can to mask the flaws of his quarterback. And I think he kind of likes it this way, but I don't think that this is a real 9-2 team. I just do not see it.
I mean, played head coach Drew Brees for all those years. I don't know if my guess is that he doesn't love it. I agree. I agree so strongly with you on the Bo Nix part of this. I really like Denver coming into the year, and you don't think the Broncos are a bad team. You think they're a good team, right?
I think they're a good team, yeah.
I also think no one is saying, because Broncos fans are going to get really upset, I don't think the Broncos are bad. They're going to win the division. Like, Broncos fans, you are going to win the AFC West, host a home playoff game, maybe get home field advantage throughout the AFC playoffs. But I think until Bo Nix shows it that he can stand toe-to-toe with Mahomes in January, with Josh Allen, with Lamar Jackson, hell, with Drake May in January, I think people are not going to buy the Broncos. So, Trysta, I think ceiling, they could be the 1 seed in the AFC playoffs. They're not going to the Super Bowl.
No effing chance they're going to the Super Bowl. And if they do, I'm not watching. Because this is a not
You're
a
lying.
watchable. This is not a watchable product. I was wondering to myself,
Why?
would I rather have the end of Peyton Manning in Denver and how disgusting that looked, or this, and I don't have a good answer.
At least with the end of Peyton Manning, you had like one of the great defenses in the last like 50 years in the NFL, in the history of the league. We'll see if this Broncos defense can be as good as that 2015 defense that beat the Carolina Panthers and Cam Newton in Super Bowl 50. So now we're sitting here, Denver at 9-2, Kansas City at 5-5. Obviously, Mahomes is better than Knicks. If I made you choose, do you have more confidence in 9-2 Denver with Bo Nix as the quarterback, with Denver just beat Kansas City and has won 8 straight games, or 5-5 Kansas City with Patrick Mahomes under center?
I think it's got to be the 5-5 Mahomes-led Kansas City Chiefs. Truthfully, like if you're talking about this team running the table, going 12-5, then they're rolling. They've got their momentum. They're into the playoffs. He's starting to deal. We're starting to figure out who's running the ball. Like, is Xavier Worthy for real? What's going on with Rashee Rice? Obviously, if they're winning that many games in a row, they figured some stuff out.
Are we, I think people will watch this and say, like, wow, they're dumb. They're choosing the 5-5 team over the 9-2 team. Do you think we're dumb? Because I'll take Kansas City also.
No, I don't think we're dumb. I just think we trust Patrick Mahomes when his back is against the wall, because pretty much every time in history that Patrick Mahomes has to win games, he does win games for the most part.
Yeah, so we'll both roll with 5-5 Kansas City. If you want to roll with 9-2 Denver, does look like they'll win the division. But winning the division does not get you to the Super Bowl. We'll see what happens in January.